Hi everyone! Today we're going to talk about items that are currently available at Louis Vuitton that I just simply don't think are worth the splurge. Now, for those of you who know me, you know I am all about treating yourself to those items that you truly love. To me, the definition of worth varies from person to person, so what might be perceived as a waste of money to one person is worth every penny to another. So of course, I'm going to caveat this whole video by saying these are obviously just my own opinions, and if you happen to love any of these items, by all means, go forth, treat yourself, enjoy them to the fullest. This video is just meant to be fun and to start conversations about what we love and perhaps things that we don't that deal with this specific luxury house. So if we haven't already met, my name is Jo, and I'm a lover of all luxury bags and beauty. If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe, and be sure to click on the notification button so you're notified every time I post a new video. Okay, so let's dive in. The first item I will highlight are tech accessories, specifically phone cases. Now, LV offers a few different styles of phone cases. They're called the Bumper Palace, and they currently are offered for the iPhone 15 and 16 in the Pro and in the Pro Max size. So here's the thing. These cases range from $455 to $470. Now, if you have an iPhone, it likely costs anywhere from $600 to $1,200 for those two specific models. So this phone case is potentially half or more than half the cost of the phone. Now, given that the average person upgrades their phone every 2 to 4 years, there's an expiration date on the use of this item, which also means that it's likely not going to really have value from a resale aspect, and it will quickly become kind of obsolete. And finally, the wear and tear on these products is just no good. Given their calf leather and canvas, they're pretty much guaranteed to wear around the corners, whether it's from shoving it in your pocket, whether it's from putting it in your bag, it's going to not stay in pristine condition. So yeah, to me, these are absolutely the first product that came to mind for me when I was brainstorming for this video. So item number 2 may surprise you, and I honestly can't believe I'm saying this, but I would say bag charms are not worth the splurge. Now let's again caveat by saying we're talking about items currently available for purchase at the boutique, and we're not talking about pre-loved options. But at the boutique, these bag charms that are currently available are simply astronomical in price. Now, of course, many of you know I have a few of these, but the only reason I do is because I got them pre-loved for a collab, and if I'm 100% honest with myself, I really don't think I'd ever purchase these at the retail price. Now, are they cute? Yes, of course, they are super, super cute. Are these functional? No, not at all. And while I do show what fits, let's be real, those videos are just for entertainment. And I never will say that using a bag charm to fit all those mini makeup items should be considered functional. But really, one of the main reasons I wouldn't recommend them is because I do really think bag charms are just a trend. They are in a hyper craze right now. Everyone wants to buy these cuties. They want to add them to their bags. But I'm sure in the near future or even in the extended future, this craze will die down, and then you'll have these items and they won't be used as much, especially given that they really aren't functional. Now, I would say that I am an outlier because I have been collecting tiny micro bags well before there was this huge craze for them, so I'll continue to collect them. And also, I do use these for content creation, which again, if I did not make content, I certainly wouldn't have as many items as I do in my collection. But I would say in general, because these items are such a splurge, just in the name of a trend, to me, if someone were to ask me what to buy in terms of luxury items, I would recommend investing in less trendy pieces, in more items that I think I'll be able to use for a long period of time, especially when we're talking about, you know, these types of things, which right now are like $800 to $900 for this little bag charm a piece, which is, it's just nuts. And there are plenty of other bag charms out there that are far more affordable. Here are just a few options. There's Songmans, Maison de Sabre, Dagny Dover, Rare Beauty, this adorable Marc Jacobs, and all of these are a fraction of the cost of the luxury bag charms. So if you ask me if you want to jump on a trend, this is more the route I would recommend. Okay, so number 3, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on because I think the prices will just speak for themselves. Here we have Louis Vuitton's luxury hair accessories. Like, I don't really think I need to explain why these are just not worth the splurge. I mean, of course, if money is no object for you, then sure, some of these are really cute, but I'm sorry, I could never see myself spending $630 on hair clips or $616 on a denim bow. Okay, let's move on. Number 4. So number 4 is another one that honestly I'm surprised is added to this list, particularly because it's on my wish list. And if I'm honest with myself, I still kind of want it. But I'm going to put the mini Alma onto the list of items I just don't think are worth the splurge. So the mini Alma is the bag that's being used to launch the LV&I personalization line. So this launch features the ability for you to design your own bag. You can pick out the material, whether it's epi-leather or damier or monogram, and then you get to pick out 3 mini charms, a large deluxe charm, and then a bag strap. Now, the ability to customize your bag actually is pretty neat. Like, I really do like that, because it's not only unique to you and one of a kind in that sense, but it's also ensuring you're getting items that you actually like in terms of the accessories that come with the bag. The reason I'm drawn to this is really more just because the Alma Mini is literally the perfect size of Alma, in my opinion. But there is a kicker. This bag is $3,500. You heard me, $3,500. Now, again, perspective is the key here. So the Alma BB, which is the larger size, is $1,900. That's freaking $1,600 of a price difference for a smaller bag. And while you do get a few extra accessories, keep in mind, you're still limited to the accessories that they offer. And to be honest, like, I didn't really like a lot of the options. The straps in particular, like if I got the damier bag, I mean, I might like the guitar strap, but honestly, what if I just wanted a regular dark leather strap? Then I'm gonna have to pay $3,500, even though it's a strap that really isn't anything special. And I mean, the Alma BB already comes with a strap. So again, these charms, they're cute and there's all these things, but eventually the crazy accessorizing of bags is going to go out of style, or it's going to at least be toned down. And then you're likely not going to be using all of those little charms and whatnot. And so then again, will the price be worth it? Now, I have recommended more expensive bags in my previous video. So for example, I do actually prefer the Pochette Métis East West over the Pochette Métis. I have a video reviewing the East West bag if you want to watch it. And that price difference is, I think, $600. And that's still a lot, but that is not $1,600 in difference. So, I mean, I guess I'm like contradicting myself because I know I say, you know, like, get the bag that you love. And I know if I got this bag, I would love it. I would use it. And it would be the one I would use the most out of all of the Almas I have, which I have the BB and I have the Nano. But even then, I just feel like even I have a limit. And I really just don't think this is worth the splurge. Very curious what you guys think about this. Definitely comment below. All right, number 5, dog accessories. Now, all I'll say is I'm just clearly not the audience for these items. I mean, I love dogs, I really do, but I am not in the tax bracket that is buying luxury poop bag holders for $730 or a $3,600 dog carrier that might get poop or pee in it. Like, it's just not me. I'm not there. I don't think I ever will be. So if that's you, major props to you. You have made it in life and you have one very lucky dog. Number 6. Now this, in my opinion, goes for any luxury house, and it's the Raffia bags. Now, even in looking at the LV website, I would say that I love the majority of these bags. They are beautiful and they would be so chic for a summer look. They give very like, you know, out on the Amalfi Coast, French Riviera, very chic. But again, to me, these bags, while they're beautiful, they just scream summer to me. And I don't see people using Raffia bags in the winter. So for me, again, it's not at the point where I feel like I'm at a place where I would invest in luxury items that are too seasonal. Now, I'm sure I'm going to eat my own words. I do have bags that are lighter in color that I tend to save for spring and summer. And so I do have bags that are kind of seasonal. But the other thing I'll note about Raffia though, is that in some cases kind of have like a shapeless look to them, or they have all those holes in them so you're gonna see through them. So I don't know. I just don't feel like, to me, it's worth that much money to get that specific look. Now, I'll say I do see a lot of people in the community that do invest in Raffia pieces, and there are those like beautiful basket bags and things that people just absolutely love from places like Loewe and Celine, and they are gorgeous. And right now, Raffia is huge in terms of trends. So I don't know. I go a little back and forth on this one, but I'm very curious what you guys think about it. Definitely share your thoughts in the comments below. All right, number 7, large luggage. I will be the first to say that I have Louis Vuitton luggage. I have the Keep All 55 and I have a few other vintage pieces, and I love them. I really love them. I actually talked about the latest one I got, the carry-all travel tote, in my Vegas vlog. So if you want to see what that one looks like, definitely check out my vlog. It is a really great bag. It has pockets on the outside, which I feel like, you know, their normal duffels don't. So definitely check that out. But yeah, I love the look of them. I feel like my luxury luggage just makes me excited to pack when I travel. And for me, it's all about that, you know, luxury experience. But to me, I would just really struggle spending $4,150 for a piece of luggage that I would be checking into a flight. Like, have you ever watched a video of how they treat luggage in an airport? Like, it's not that they're doing a bad job, it's just by the very nature of the process, bags get tumbled around, they're on dirty surfaces, they're crashing into one another, like they're gonna get beat up. And while canvas is hard wearing, it's not hard shell. And if you rub canvas enough, you're gonna destroy it, I would assume at least. And not to mention just checking luxury, like clearly monogrammed Louis Vuitton luggage, in my opinion, is just putting a really large target on it to say, hey, there are likely very expensive things in this bag. Now, of course, like, Using carry-on luggage, one can argue, is the same risk for the same reason, right? You're a walking target when you wear these types of luxury brands. So some people don't feel safe traveling or sporting any luxury brands when they travel. And honestly, that's probably the smartest approach. But yeah, for me, like just the check-in size bag in particular, I just don't think they're worth the splurge. Now, of course, if you have like a private jet or a, big yacht or something, and, in that case, that would work, but they're probably not watching this video. If you are, feel free to comment. Let me know what life is like when you don't have to check in. Unfortunately for me, I am not at that spot. All right, number 8, the mini pochette. Okay, guys, don't come at me, all right? I know this is a very much loved item, and I love my mini pochette too, I really do. But I'm sorry, when did we think the price tag of $795 sounded reasonable for this pouch? And I know there are so many of us that sound like, those old folks that are like, back my day, I got my mini pochette for $250 or whatever price you got it for. But I mean, honestly, even at that price back then, that was a big deal. But $795, like that's not inflation, honey. That's just overpriced. And again, we're talking about the current retail price of these products. So I do recommend the mini pochette, and it's fabulous. You can convert it into a mini crossbody. You can, wear it on date nights like this. You can make it into a wristlet. It's a great, very versatile piece. But I would definitely recommend shopping pre-loved for this one because it's been around for so long now that there are plenty of them on the pre-loved market. And I have actually a whole video on my tips and tricks for shopping pre-loved. So if you're curious about that, definitely check it out. Again, I'll leave it here in the top right corner as well as in the description box below. All right, number 9. Let's talk about the Louis Vuitton Cosmetic Pouch. Now, this is an item I actually had in my collection, but I ended up selling it. I do feel like it's quite a signature piece from LV, but $590 for this little pouch? And my biggest gripe, which is why I sold it, is because the way it's curved at the top and, it kind of slims if you look at it from the side. So if you put too much into it or something that has an odd shape at the top, the zipper goes all wonky. And if you know me, you know 2 things. I hate raw vachetta and I hate wonky zippers. So for me, I just wouldn't spend $590 on a cosmetic pouch that's just gonna look overstuffed because mama has a lot of makeup. It's not all gonna fit in that little pouch. And also, again, this is another one of those items that has been sold at Louis Vuitton for years and years. So you would definitely be able to find more affordable pre-loved versions in that pre-loved market. So if you're really loving this and you want one in your collection, definitely look there. That said, if you ask me, I would definitely recommend the Truce 18, which is this one here, or the Toiletry 19 before getting the cosmetic pouch. And I know especially with the Truce 18, there are definitely options that are well below the $590 price tag. Same with the Toiletry 19. They have been in the market for a long time, and both of these, I just think the shape of these are far more practical, particularly the Truce 18, than that cosmetic pouch. And last but not least, we have a major head scratcher to me, and that is the Trio Poche Toilet Set, which is a clear plastic recycled polyester trio set with raw vachetta lining. You guys, I'm speechless. Like what, I cannot. So I think the intent is that, hey, this can be a good clear toiletry bag for liquids to get through TSA at an airport. So, okay, again, for the guy and the girl that has everything, why not get a set of $1,290 bags to replace your 5-cent Ziploc? Okay, to each their own. But in reading the care instructions, it states, avoid contact with greasy substances, cosmetics, perfumes, and hydroalcoholic solutions, as well as any material, magazines, leathers, etc., that may transfer their colored pigments onto the products. Keep your product away from water should it get wet or dirty on the surface. Dry with a lint-free, light-colored absorbent cloth. Never use soap or solvent. I'm sorry, what? So this potential pouch that you could use as your fancy Ziploc can't come in contact with certain liquids, such as cosmetics or perfumes? And it shouldn't get wet? Am I missing something? And of course, I'll have to ensure to pack my extra lint-free, light-colored absorbent cloth to make sure I can care for my luxury Ziploc bags as appropriate. Like that doesn't even account for the raw vachetta that is lining the bag that you should be using for your TSA liquids. Like I just can't. This one just got me. Okay, so I think I've spent enough time rambling here. I hope you enjoyed my semi-unhinged thoughts on these Louis Vuitton items. Again, this is all just for good fun, and if you have any of these items or if you love any of these items, again, more power to you, and I hope they bring you joy as all luxury items should. Let me know in the comments below what you think about my picks or if there are items you think I should have included. As always, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe and let me know if you'd like me to do a list of 10 things that I do think are worth the splurge. If you want to watch more of my videos, I'll include a playlist featuring my bag collections for you to watch here. Otherwise, bye for now.